This is Prototype, the video game, and it's taking place in New York City, which is one of the greatest cities on Earth. So while we're here, let's explore, grab some food, get a beer, take in the sights. It's the city that never sleeps. Let's take a little adventure through the Big Apple. How does this always happen to me anytime I play a game where they give me free reign to destroy everything in sight and create mass chaos? I'm so predictable. I'm doing everyone a favor. That's one less gas-guzzling SUV on the streets. I enjoyed the game, but once I figured out that I could drive tanks through urban areas, I started really enjoying the game. It's the modern equivalent of burning people with monsters and cutting them in half. You destroy them with tanks and cut them in half. Hey, look, it's New Jersey. Ah, the Statue of Liberty. Look how far we've come. The game has a plot. I suppose I should talk about it. I'm just so easily distracted. You are Alex Mercer, the prototype, the ultimate shape-shifting weapon. It's pretty cool. It's a fairly wide-open hack-and-slash style of game where you can run anywhere, on anything, up and down buildings. You're like Spider-Man mixed with Wolverine and the bad guy in Terminator 2, and you're a psychopath, trying to unravel this horrible conspiracy, killing everybody in sight, and everybody in the city is getting infected with this horrible disease, and the whole place is falling apart. So it's like 28 Days Later mixed with I Am Legend and the Omega Man. So you don't feel too bad slaughtering everything in sight because they're all doomed anyway, thanks to the horrible conspiracy. So you're really like a good guy. You're an anti-hero, sort of. It doesn't matter. You can pick up buses and throw them at people. You grab people and consume them by splattering them all over the place, and then you can morph into their shape for disguise or just for fun. And your arms turn into weapons, and you can do all kinds of fun things in this game. It's really very over the top, which is, I think, exactly what they were going for. Hey, triplets! The city's very well rendered. It's not exactly New York. I was looking for the Shake Shack and couldn't find it. It's generally teeming with life. There's lots of taxis, which is very similar to New York City. I like that the baseball team is the Bets. That's awesome. And there's a nice variety of people. I mean, occasionally you'll run into situations where you see a whole lot of the exact same person, but what are you going to do? Well, what you do is actually throw a car at them and it explodes. Why waste time slinging webs to crawl on buildings when you can just run up the side of them by holding down the right trigger? This is the Xbox 360 version of Prototype. This is also on the PlayStation 3. It's a nice looking game. It's very smooth, and man, that took me a couple tries to get that thing. I like that you can just go anywhere. You basically get upgrade points when you complete parts of the story and eliminate bad guys. You can find things laying around the city. And there's a number of challenges around the replica of Manhattan, and they're pretty cool. A lot of timed events like racing up a building. Challenges where you have to consume a certain number of military personnel or just slaughter a certain number of bad guys. It's similar to the kind of stuff that you've seen in the Grand Theft Auto series. and numerous role-playing games, you have side missions, and that adds quite a bit of depth and replay value to the gameplay because you can challenge yourself to get better times or scores. I like that. I like that while there's a storyline, they give you other things to do in this large environment. Prototype is rated M for mature for any number of reasons. The storyline is interesting. It's not bad. I can't help but think that there's been a lot of military conspiracy storylines in the last couple of years. The government conspiracy kind of stuff, but, you know, they make nice bad guys. It's either that or zombies. It's fun to see the infection take hold of the city, and everything just deteriorates throughout the game. They do a nice job with that, so the whole thing has an apocalyptic, doomed feeling from the start.
In a way, I knew we were connected. Victims of a common enemy, subjects of a common experiment, and I didn't know. But I had Karen.
You know, it's a fun game. I dig it. I like the sheer chaos that you can create. The controls are not bad. They take a little while to get used to. You have a variety of weapons that you can essentially turn into, or at least your arms turn into them. You lock onto targets. You can throw things. There's vehicles, and they actually work really well in this game, so it's not just like you're riding in the back of a Jeep with a gun turret. There's enough in here to keep an avid action game fan busy. And as I always say, if you like what you see on screen, with the explodey monsters and things, check out Prototype.